Good afternoon, everyone. This is Ed Carl with Real Deal Sports Brief. This is by far the biggest day in sports for the new year 2008. Why do we say this? Because we have two great games in the AFC Championship game and the NFC Championship game for NFL football. Yes, it's finally here, the championship game for the AFC. The New England Patriots can finally set their own record. After 16 agonizing weeks of us fans watching the New England Patriots pulverize teams, mesmerize teams, and barely beat teams, now they can set their own record by winning 18 games. They would be 18-0. I know you all are thinking right now and saying, wait a minute, how can that be? Because the Miami Dolphins went undefeated. So how can they already surpass the actual Miami Dolphins? Well, the thing is, back in the 72 season, when Miami went 14-0, the key word is 14-0 because they only had 14 regular season games and they won 3 games in the playoffs. That gave them a total of 17 games. They were 17-0. And of course, as we truly know, in 1973, in January of 1973, they beat the Washington Redskins 14-7. The Miami Dolphins did. But today, if the New England Patriots can beat the San Diego Chargers, they would go 18-0 and they would surpass the actual record by the actual Miami Dolphins. Now what we're saying is they wouldn't have the total record or the big record of winning the Super Bowl, but at least they'd be one game away and they would have won more games with an undefeated record than any other team in the NFL. Now I'm going to say this about the game. We already know they've played each other before, meaning the New England Patriots and the San Diego Chargers. And it was in week 2 and New England absolutely pulverized the San Diego Chargers. The score was 38-14. Dalen Thomas only had 43 yards. This is going to be another remake of week 2. The San Diego Chargers right now are pretty weak. It's suspect even if Dalen Tomlinson is going to play or if Rivers, a quarterback, is going to play. And also their key tight end, who some consider the best tight end, and I also consider the best tight end in the NFL, and Antonio Gates. These 3 players may not play. If they don't play, San Diego has not one chance of beating the New England Patriots. If they do play, they still have a slim chance of beating the New England Patriots. New England by far is the best team in NFL history, and they will prove that today and then 2 weeks from today when they go on to play in the Super Bowl. Now let's go to the NFC Championship game. The NFC Championship game is played with, of course, Brett Favre, the great quarterback for the Green Bay Packers. Brett Favre is by far the MVP, in my opinion, of the league. He's 38 years old, he's very exuberant when he plays, and he's basically driving a team to get better and better every week. This team will beat the New York Giants today, 38-24. And the game will be much closer than the actual score. The reason why we say this is because New York has a good team. And as long as young Eli Manning, can basically stay inside himself and not go outside the box, not try to do things that he cannot do, then they will basically be with and hang with, one would say, with the Green Bay Packers. But listen, Brett Favre is in a class, in a league by himself. And he will take Green Bay 2 weeks from today to the Super Bowl, and they will play the New England Patriots. And at that point in time, any one of those teams can win it. You've heard it. This is Ed Carl, and this is Real Deal Sports Brief. Bye.